Hello there, welcome to 15 things about Storybook Vale you might have not known. If you enjoy the content, click the subscribe button. We're trying to reach 40,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's jump right into it. Number 1, you can actually decorate inside the library in the bridge. Now, I mentioned it already before, but I feel like this should be mentioned as many times as possible because I still keep seeing people not realizing that you can do this. And I'm gonna keep talking about it all the time because this is, in my opinion, one of the best features of the DLC. See this inside of this library? You can go easily into furniture mode and literally place items almost anywhere you want. Almost every single flat surface in the library, even in the rooms, is available for decorating. You can literally go inside the library itself. And it's a little bit tricky with the ceiling and everything, but it's definitely doable. You can place items pretty much even inside this room, which is incredible. If you go out, you can also decorate pretty much this area around the stairs. You can decorate the balcony on the back. I already have a little bit of decoration going on here. You can place items here. You can also decorate the bridge to the library. You can decorate the areas in front of the library right here. Some people place house skins in here, which I think is a great idea. It's such a cool ability that we didn't have in Eternity Isle, and everybody can have their own customized library and the bridge, which is absolutely beautiful. So definitely experiment. Some items are gonna look super cool on the bridge. You can put benches, you can put lights, you can put leaf piles, you can do anything you want. There is no limit to the creativity. Number 2 is going to be digging with the digging potion in Storybook Vale. Right now, it's either a bug or it's a feature of the DLC that if you have a digging potion activated, make sure you do have the potion activated. Once it's activated, you can dig anywhere in the new DLC and you will get a ridiculous amount of memories. Introducing my memory field that I'm trying to make even more ridiculous. I'm going to try to cover as much area with memories as possible. So this is what happens when you just start digging in a random spot. You can dig in Mythopia, you can dig in Ever After to get pretty much all of the materials that you can get from digging, which the rarest ones are going to be the bubbles and the volcanic rock from Ever After, and you can get the broken weapons and the gravel. And lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of memories. Right now, there is a chance it's going to be fixed on December 4th update. So if you have some digging potions, I would highly recommend using all of them right now in the DLC to get lots of resources while getting lots of digging memories. Now, credit for the next one goes to Princess Star Butterfly, who showed me a screenshot of a very cool idea. You can place boats in so many different spots in Storybook Vale. So this could be a very cool idea if you're looking for a fun build. Besides the obvious ponds and rivers in the Mythopia, you can place boats in certain spots that don't necessarily seem like you can. For example, this little runway, you can place a boat right here, which is going to look, if you are sitting here in Mythopia, it's going to look like it's coming out from this little river. And for some reason right now you can place items almost inside the rock. Like, look how deep you can go inside. And also you can place it on the water all the way close to the waterfall. So you could actually, if you wanted, I wonder if it's gonna fit. Okay, this one doesn't fit, but I think a different boat, for example Mickey's Steamboat, can actually fit here. Okay, that boat didn't fit, but look at this. This is pretty cool. You can place this sticking out of the rocks. So it kind of looks like there has been some kind of a crash on the waterfall. By the way, fun fact, this waterfall, for some reason, the water goes up instead of going down if you see the flow. I just discovered this. This is funny. Another cool area where you can place boats is under the bridge in the bind. You can literally place little nice swans in here. And it looks pretty cool. So this... You obviously, whenever you can place boats, you can place also reeds and the water lilies, anything that goes in the water. So yeah, feel free to decorate the water around the bind. I think it's going to add it some more personality. Look at this under the tree. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. All right, number 4. This one is going to be actually correction of my other video that I made. So you know there's traps that have different style. There is the ones for bind. They have the orange leaves. There are the ones that go in ever after. So as you see, they have different designs. So initially in my video, I said that you can only place the traps will only work in the biome they designed for, but it's not actually true because they actually work in every biome. Like this one, you can place in Mythopia, you can place it in the bind, and it's still gonna work. For some reason, they made 3 different styles. I mean, I get why, because you want to be able to match them, but they do not affect the effectiveness. You can literally just move them around from biome to biome, and they're still going to work. Now, the next tips, a lot of people from our community chipped in and showcased some of the things they discovered in Storybook Vale, so let's jump right into it. A lot of people didn't realize that the storybook duty that is called Reorder a Story, requiring you to complete a story, it doesn't have to be a new story. You can literally pick the easiest story in the book that you already completed and just redo it again to get easy magic. So I know a lot of people have been skipping this task, thinking that they need to unlock a new story, but you can literally do any story you want. Is Merida sitting on the air? Girl, you okay? What is this? So you know how Jack Skellington does his animation and it makes every villager in the vicinity look at him? Well, Hades does the same thing, and it actually is better than Jack, because instead of looking surprised, villagers are gonna look happy. And they still gonna look at Hades. So putting Hades in front of your camera might be a great way to make everyone turn to the camera and smile. So let's see this in action. For some reason, for the life of me, I cannot make him do his animation, but here is my dream snap that I did last week, that when he does his animation, Merida absolutely loses her mind. And if he was in front of the camera, it would basically make every character in vicinity turn towards him and laugh and smile. Next, if you go to Beanstalk Marshes, you'll be able to find a nice little Easter egg in here. If you go into furniture mode and zoom out, you're gonna find a hidden Mickey shape in shape of the purple grass here. That's kind of cool. Such a perfect Mickey. I haven't seen this in any other biome. We do have different shapes of different color of grass in different biomes, but never in such an obvious Mickey shape. This is so cool. Next, we for some reason cannot interact with lights in the Storybook Vale. The only way to turn the lights on is to actually wait for the nighttime or the sunset. You simply does not give you an option to interact with any lights. I hope it's going to be fixed potentially even this Wednesday. But it wasn't in official patch notes so far. It wasn't on the list of the things they were fixing, but I hope it's still gonna be there, because it's quite annoying. Number 9, there is no Snippet wing glider. If you go into the wings, you can see this new Snippet wings that you can get from the Scrooge store. And unfortunately, for some reason, they decided not to provide a glider for this version of wings. We literally have a glider for every other wing except that one. Once again, probably is a bug, and hopefully it's going to get fixed in the next update. Number 10, you can actually use pixel bags, the ones that you can craft from pixel shards duplicates, instead of the storybook magic. Now, this one is, I couldn't do it myself because it seems like the conversion rate is really bad. Right now I have 100 storybook magic and 12 pixel bags, so 12 is not even enough to recreate 150 storybook magic. So I wonder how much storybook magic is worth one pixel bag. But for most people, it's probably not going to be that game changing, because pixel bags are much more difficult to get and are probably much more useful for certain other resources that are harder to get than storybook magic. Considering that 12 bags is not even enough to craft half of the wooden storybook frame, I probably wouldn't recommend using it for these purposes unless you're somehow swimming in pixel shards. Number 7, we got mussels, and for some reasons mussels don't count as seafood. For example, we have a duty to cook with seafood, And if I use a mussel, which technically is a seafood, so seafood appetizer, I can literally go, even though here it counts as seafood, and if I put it in here, and if I cook it, and then I go check out my duty, which I have right now, cook with seafood, Dreamlight, it did not count. So that's a weird bug. Once again, hopefully it's going to get fixed, but for now, do not cook with mussels if you're trying to complete duties. Number 12. Now, this one is super exciting. They have made a big change to some of the pathing. For example, now, if you have a path laid down, just lay down this path just for experiment, you can go to underbush and you can use plumeria flower paths and magnolia bloom paths on top of the paths, which is, in my opinion, incredible change. Before we couldn't do that. And on top of that, before we couldn't put anything on top of these flowers. Well, they're not the most visible on this path, but you get the point. Actually, it's pretty cool because I feel like this flower looks so good with this path. It almost feels like it belongs there and it's very natural. But now if you wanted to place something on top of it, you still can. Absolutely allows you to put items on top of the flowers. That is an incredible change and just so good for decorating, creating these layers of textures. It's absolutely beautiful. Number 13, you can track story progress with the lore keeper. For example, if you don't have enough snippets for a specific story and you really want to do it, you can click on the story and then you can check whichever. If you go to the regular quests, you can see the button that says track duty on the bottom right corner. You can see whichever button it is for you, for your controller or your keyboard. And then when you are in storybook menu, if you click on the duty, you can actually click the same button, even though it doesn't pop up, but you can still track it, which is very convenient. Number 14, and this one is a little bit disappointing. There is an item in Dreamlight Valley that is called Dreamlight Day Banner. It's a beautiful arch that unfortunately can be only placed in the main valley. I think this is the only item in the game that you can put outside in the regular valley, but you cannot put in the DLC. But there is an alternative. You can use Autumn Harvest Pennants that looks, in my opinion, pretty good. It's a decent substitute and it's a perfect item for the bind. And number 15, final, you can claim a code that is kind of hidden. It's called Hades 15. Hades actually mentions it in his level 7 friendship quest. And if you claim this code, well, I already claimed it. I'll show you exactly what it gives you. It's gonna blow your mind. This is the best code in the game. It gives you carrots. 3 carrots, which Hades highly encourages you to bring it back to him. Unfortunately, nothing's gonna happen when you bring these carrots to him. This is just a little nice side quest and an Easter egg. It's super funny. I kind of wish they did this kind of thing more often. It definitely made this quest very unique. Alright, so now that I showed you how to get 3 carrots in Dreamlight Valley, you have to subscribe to the channel because I'm sure this was a very valuable advice. But seriously though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you discovered something new about this DLC from this video. And even if you didn't, I would still appreciate a sub. I think there is still lots of things to discover in the DLC. Hopefully lots of bugs are going to get fixed this Wednesday. Thank you so much to all of our amazing supporters. This was a lot of fun. I cannot wait to be able to decorate my floating islands. I've been playing DLC pretty much non-stop, barely visiting my main valley. So I've fallen in love with the Storybook Vale, and I cannot wait to be able to place items at a diagonal. I'm probably going to start decorating my bind first. I kind of want to make my main base of operation, and then I'm gonna decorate some of my biomes. Anyway, we're gonna make you guys decide which biome I'm gonna decorate first. So stick around for a poll coming out soon. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more, and goodbye.